Standard 10. Unit 1. Water Education. Chapter 1. Environment and Ecosystem. Let's recall. 1. What is the meaning of environment? 2. What is ecosystem? Environment. The environment is a balance of biotic, abiotic, geographical and social factors that affect each other. There are limitations to the use of each of these factors or components. If all these factors are used in balanced manner, natural resources will not be abolished. The interaction between biotic and abiotic elements in the environment and the principles related to their interaction are studied under Related to their Internet Environmental Studies. Food, clothing, and shelter are basic human needs and are dependent on the environment. Also, the plant and animal bodies contain various abiotic elements, e.g. plants produce food through photosynthesis. Animals depend on plants for their food, while some animals depend on other animals for their food. The original energy is derived from the sun. The same energy is transmitted from one element of the environment to another. Biotic components decomposes after it dies. The resulting substances from this process are mixed with soil and air. Try this. Some of the components are given below. Classify them into biotic and abiotic components. Plants, animals, microorganisms. Sunlight, air, water and land. Types of environment. 1. Natural environment. The various elements that are naturally formed on the Earth's surface are part of the environment, e.g. water, air, soil, forest, animals, biological elements, climate, atmosphere, etc. It signifies diversity in the natural environment. Such kind of variation is also seen in the structure WWW of variation as of natural elements of Maharashtra state. Due to this variation, the Sahyadri in the west, the Aleutian, Deccan Plateau in the middle, the coastal region of Konkan and the Vidarbha Khandesh are some of the natural structures observed in the Maharashtra. 2. Man-made environment. Humans have made radical changes in the natural environment on the strength of their intellect, such as settlement of human lives, transportation by various means like roads, airways, waterways, railways, etc., along with industrial development and establishments of ecosystem. Abiotic components. Biotic components. Chemical components. Physical components: air, water, vapor, mineral, soil, sunlight. Producers. Consumers. Decomposers. Green plants. Animals. Microorganisms. Inorganic substances, organic substances. Hydrogen, oxygen. Nitrogen, calcium, iron, sodium, potassium. Protein, carbohydrate, fat. Primary consumer. Secondary consumer. Tertiary consumer. Ecosystem. Industries are going on rapidly. All these man-made elements on this earth is collectively a. Land ecosystem. Currently the forest ecosystem covers about 9.4% of the total surface area of the earth, i.e. about 30% of the total land. Called as man-made environment. What is an ecosystem? Types of ecosystem. The relationship between abiotic and biotic elements and their interaction is called ecosystem. Relationships between the different elements like specific locality, area, size, topography, rockland, water flow system, etc. are responsible to define the types of ecosystem, such as land ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem. Even a small watershed or lake can be an ecosystem. A. Land ecosystem. Grasslands, forests, climate. Deserts. B. Aquatic ecosystem. River ecosystem, marine ecosystem, lake ecosystem. Collect information. 1. Districts in Maharashtra with forest cover. Senior nature of forest. Names of. No. Districts. 1. Districts with highest forest cover. Districts with moderate forest. 2. Cover. 3. Districts with lowest forest cover. How much forest area are there in your district? Forests provide natural shelter for living beings. Forests regulate the water cycle and protect the land surface. Forests meet human needs, e.g. wood, medicinal plants, honey, etc. Evergreen forests, semi-evergreen forests, deciduous forests, rainforests, tropical forests are included in this type of ecosystem. Types of forests in Maharashtra. The forest types mainly found in Maharashtra are as follows. 1. Evergreen forests. Evergreen forests are found in the areas with abundant rainfall, 360 to 600 centimeters. Trees found in these types of forest. Such forests are seen on the Ghats at Mahabaleshwar, Matheran, Bhimashankar, Khandala and western slopes of the Sahyadri. Hurda, Jambul, Mango, Bel, Care, Retha, Anjan etc. trees appear mainly in these forests. 2. Semi-evergreen forests. The lower regions of evergreen forests where rainfall is slightly lower, 200 to 360 centimeters, and temperature is slightly higher, partially evergreen forests are seen in this region are called as semi-evergreen forests. Few parts of the western slope of the Sahyadri is covered by this type of forest. Ain, Kinjal, Behada, etc. trees are found in this type of forest. 3. Wet deciduous forests. Wet deciduous forests are found on mountain slopes and in some places even on the surface with very little rainfall, 150 to 200 centimeters, and higher temperature. Useful trees like teak, sag, shisam, sava, kalam, shirish etc. are found in these forests. 4. Dry deciduous forests. Dry deciduous forests are the forests where leafless dry stems of all the trees, shrubs are seen in the region with rare rainfall and highest temperatures. Tivas, Amla, Shendari, Palas, Daman Temburni etc. trees are found in these forests. 5. Kajan forests along the bay. The forests observed in the wetland and muddy regions along the Bay of Konkan region are known as Kajan forests, also known as the mangrove forest. The trees in these forests are Tawar, Ambeti, Kaila, Samudraful etc. Internet. My friend, search the map through internet that showing the forest resources of Maharashtra and collect information about various forest regions of Maharashtra and related forest types and present it to the class. B. Aquatic ecosystem. There are two main or evergreen throughout all the seasons. Types of aquatic ecosystems. One is freshwater ecosystems and the other is saltwater ecosystems. Freshwater ecosystem is also classified into stagnant water ecosystem and flowing water ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem. Interaction. Various components of the ecosystem interacts by water, carries nutrients and is further used by organisms in the ecosystem. Biodiversity in these aquatic ecosystems depends on the natural characteristics of the water depth, cleanliness, alkalinity, temperature, light, amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide gases, flow speed, various substances in the water, etc. This ecosystem is habitat to an aquatic life. This ecosystem includes marine environment as well as water systems such as lakes, rivers, ponds, and wetlands. These ecosystems provide abundant, natural resources to human beings. Water for the environment. To keep the work of the ecosystem uninterrupted, rivers, ponds, bays, wetlands, etc. water resources play an important role. Local wildlife, agriculture, irrigation, fishing, timber production, beekeeping, etc. depend on these water sources. The water sources and their associated terrain provide food, clothing, and shelter to the mankind living there. Therefore, it is necessary to save separate amount of water for the ecosystem as an alternative to the environment. In order to keep the water-dependent elements of the environment and the processes in the ecosystem uninterrupted, small amount of water is deliberately kept separate from the available water sources. It is called as water for the environment. Correlation between ecosystem and water for the development of aquatic ecosystems and land ecosystems. Water essential factor. In land ecosystem, grasslands and deserts are included. The forest ecosystem covers about 30% of the land. There are two types of aquatic ecosystems. 1. Freshwater ecosystems. 2. Saline water ecosystems. These ecosystems fulfill the physical needs of human beings. But water is essential for the overall development of this ecosystem. Without water, nutrients cannot be transported. Since biodiversity is dependent on water, water and ecosystems are interdependent and closely linked. Water for the environment. Balanced use and conservation of water in ecosystem. All water sources must have water to keep the ecosystem functioning. Once upon a time, rivers and streams were flowing throughout the year. Today, however, rivers and streams dry up immediately after the monsoon and the ecosystem is in danger due to heavy pumping of water. Therefore, to keep the ecosystem alive, everyone should use water sparingly by pumping minimum amount of water. In short, there is a need to keep a lot of water flowing in the water resources through water protection and water conservation. Water plays an important role for the environment as follows. Water for the environment is in the rivers, streams, and also in restoring natural flows linked to wetlands. All living beings are provided with enough water at their essential stages so they don't have shortage of food. Hence they continue their reproduction and growth cycle. This water plays a major role in maintaining the health of rivers and wetland regions. So it supports the ecosystems depend on them. Use your brain power. 1. What is the relationship between biotic and abiotic elements in the environment? 2. What are the components of an ecosystem? Write the information and make a table. Try this. Fill the blanks in the picture using the following words: solar energy, Colorado, photosynthesis, plants, producer, consumer, fodder-eating animals, carnivorous animals, decomposers. Internet, my friend. 1. Find out the types of Indian forests and make a table. 2. Names the national parks and sanctuaries along with their states. 3. Give the information on incidents caused by human intervention. Exercise. 1. What are the effects of human intervention on the environment? 2. What are the main types of ecosystems? Explain the basis of this classification. 3. What important role does water play for environment? 4. Does uncontrolled use of water from natural water sources affect the ecosystem as well as environmental processes? 5. What are the adverse effects of widespread human intervention in the environment on natural water resources? 6. What is the ratio of forest cover to total land area in Maharashtra? 7. Which is the most forested and least forested region in Maharashtra? 8. What are the types of forests found in Maharashtra? What is the percentage of proportion of each type of forest with respect to the area?